Hello everyone, it's the Worm, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time was, it was a lot. A lot happened. And, well, I had some time to, decompress from all that. I think I may have sounded a bit terse near the end of last episode, maybe, and it may seem like I was kind of rushing at the end. At least that's kind of my sense. Maybe it doesn't come off like that, but it kind of felt like that to me afterward. It was because, for one, the episode was kind of going, longer than I normally go, and it was, my throat was getting kind of sore at that point, so I was, well, I felt like I was rushing a bit, so sorry about that if that's how it appeared to you. And if it didn't, then forget I said anything. Anyway, we got a pretty big reveal. A pretty big twist. It turns out that the murderer of... Well, for one, it was in fact a murder. It wasn't some sort of trick like I've been thinking it could have been. Rather, it was indeed a real, genuine killing. Krisu was killed. And the one responsible for it was, in fact, our boy, Okabe. And of course, that was... There was a part of me that was kind of always... I think I mentioned before it happened how that could be a potential... That could be something that could happen. And you could just think about it as, what is the worst possible thing that could happen, or what is the worst possibility? And that was it. And of course, that's the one that the story goes for. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I understand why Krisu did it, but it does feel a bit much considering what we're going to talk about next, which is Nakabachi and his character. Again, I said it last time. I'm sure this was something you could figure out much earlier, but I was only able to figure it out right before the reveal that Nakabachi was, in fact, Krisu's father. And what a piece of work, huh? I mean, this is a guy who, when faced with a genius daughter, had such a bad inferiority complex that he cut off all contact with his wife and daughter. And then after 7 years of no contact, invites her back for possibly the pettiest reason you could imagine. Essentially because he thinks he's made some sort of scientific breakthrough, he invites his daughter back to rub it in her face, to say, I'm better than you? Like, at the time, I said cartoonishly evil, but it's kind of almost beyond that. I don't even know how to... It's something. And it was, he was so bad that it sort of strained my credulity for a little bit. It still does, kinda. It's just... I mean, I know there are, terrible people in this world, and people who don't think things through. Like, absolutely, I get it. But this was quite something. And then, of course, just beyond all that, when it was revealed that, hey, turns out your daughter, came up with her own paper and kind of ruined his idea that he was going to one-up her, and then it turns out she one-up him, or at least in his mind, that's how he saw it. His next, his reaction to that is to try and murder her. Yeah. Well, okay. Pretty irredeemable, but I don't think you needed me to say that. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that just yet. It almost feels like it's too much. And I know that's not exactly clear, but I don't know. It just felt like a lot. It like they were really, and I guess that's meant to sort of heighten what Karisu does by sacrificing herself. It's supposed to be, you know, he's so bad and evil, and yet Karisu is so good because even for such a bad guy, she's gonna sacrifice herself anyway because she has, you know, it's the love a daughter for her that a daughter has for her father, and so, you know, even if she acknowledges that he didn't deserve it, she does it anyway. So I guess that's what's that. I guess that's the point that they're trying to get across, that it's just really supposed to make you understand Karisu is that good a person. And, you know, also to traumatize Okabe even more, because he was, you know, the story has felt, we haven't really destroyed his soul yet. We need to really get that in there, so let's just have him murder the woman he loves, and then I think we'll get to an adequate amount of traumatization. I guess that's what the story's going for. Yeah, and I mentioned it at the time in last episode, but, you know, I get it, we have to move things along, but it did feel very, it felt irresponsible how quickly they jumped into this without making any sort of plan. Which, if you know, we know we only have 2 round trips, and the fate of all humanity, essentially, is riding on this thing, you'd think they'd want to work something out. Other than, you just go do it, I'll provide a distraction. You know, at least that's what Sousa has said. Yeah. I mean, I know at one point Sousa, it was when they were in the time machine, Sousa had said something like, we don't have time. What was she talking about? I don't know why she would think that. I mean, is the idea that someone's going to notice the time machine on the roof and contact the authorities, and so maybe they don't have time to figure something out, they have to move now? I mean, maybe, but I'm not sure I got that out of her statement. But yes, in terms of traumatizing, yes, that scene was very, very traumatizing. It was, I don't, it's hard to imagine a worse fate for our star-crossed lovers here. But of course, we do know we have one more round trip, so I don't know. Because so far, everything's matched up with the very beginning of the story, so I'm not sure how another round trip is going to fix everything if everything's already set in stone. You'd think we would... Well, I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of... I guess I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, because I'm not sure I can fully, well, not even fully. I'm not sure I'm good at predicting how this is gonna play out. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I am glad to finally get the answers on all the sort of mysteries that were set out for the beginning of the game. The only thing left, I think, is that mysterious email, D-mail that's always in our phone. The one that brings up just static. I think that's the only mysterious thing I can think of that hasn't been explained as of yet. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Obviously, Suzuha is going to try and salvage whatever she can out of this situation, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if Okabe is just sort of catatonic for a while. So let's see how it plays out. Suzuha says Uncle Ocarine. Here, let's play the voice as a start.
Okari-oji-san!
Yeah, that. Someone pulls at my arm.
Tatte, Oji-san!
Come on, Uncle. I feel hands slip under my shoulders and drag me away. The knife in my hands pull free of Krisu's chest. Oh, she's here. We're still in it, huh? Okay. A fresh torrent of blood follows it. Still warm.
Chris. 目を開けてくれよ。起きろよ。
Krisu, open your eyes. Wake up.
しっかりして、おじさん
Pull yourself together.
今すぐここを離れないと人が来ちゃう
We need to get out of here before they find us.
ごめん。殺すつもりなかった。俺は助けようと。
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to kill you. I tried to save you. I did.
なんでこんな。
Why is this happening? Someone puts my arm over their shoulder and hauls me to my feet, then drags me away step by step. I don't have the strength to resist. Guilt and regret are the only things inside of me. I killed Krisu twice. Oh, look at this. Huh.
とにかく戻らなきゃ
Phew. Let's get out of here.
おじさんまだ諦めちゃダメ
Don't give up yet, Uncle.
大丈夫だからきっと大丈夫だから
Everything's gonna be fine, I promise.
しっかり捕まってて
Now hold on tight. I feel someone push me hard from behind. Next, they take the knife away. My fingers are like a solid rock. They have to be pried open one by one. I failed to save Krisu. Worse, convergence made me kill her. The past has already been decided. It was impossible to change it from the start. Someone drags me out of the time machine. I crumple on the spot, powerless to even stand.
うお、もう帰ってきたお。まだ1分も経ってないのに。
Whoa, you're already back. It hasn't even been a minute.
おかりおかり
Mayuri rushes over to me. He looks at my face in concern. But even her concern is too much for me to bear. Please, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone.
オカリン血まみれじゃん。どうしたん？
Whoa, you're covered in blood. What happened?
父さんタオルと水あと服も今すぐ手に入れてきて
Get him a towel, Dad. And water. And some clothes, too. Hurry.
え？どういうことか説明プリーズ。
What? Explain, please.
いいから早く
Just go already.
わかったお。
Oh, okay. Daru runs back inside the building.
おかり大丈夫しっかりして死なないで
You okay? Hang in there. Don't die.
大丈夫。怪我してるわけじゃないよ。
He's okay. It's not his blood. Leave me alone. I don't deserve your concern. Save Karisu? What a joke. Not only did I fail to save her, I took her life with my own 2 hands. 3 weeks ago, in this very spot, I killed her. I murdered her.
無駄だったんだ。何をやっても無駄だ。
There's no way to save her. There never was.
全部決まってしまっていることなんだよ。
Everything has already been decided.
同じだ。参りの時と同じなんだ。
It's the same as It's the same as it was with Mayuri. The same.
どれだけもがいたって結果は同じになる。
No matter how hard I struggle, the result will always be the same. We have a time machine. Shouldn't we give it another try? No, it's not that simple. No matter how many times I try, the result will converge on Kurisu's death. Even if I throw the knife away, fate will find some other way to kill Kurisu. Maybe Nakabachi will kill her. Maybe I'll trip and push her down the stairs. Maybe she'll just drop dead for no reason. The cause doesn't matter. The effect will always be the same. It doesn't matter if I time leap or if I time travel. Going to the past can't change the result. Maybe a D-mail could shift divergence enough to take us to another attractor field, but there's no way to control what might happen. D-mail is a shot in the dark. It's useless. Useless. Everything is useless.
無駄だよ。無駄なんだ。何もかも無駄なんだよ。
There's nothing I can do. Nothing. Nothing.
俺はやっぱりクリスを助けられないんだ。
Can't save Kurisu after all.
分かってた。分かってたんだ。こうなるって予想してたんだ。
I knew this would happen. I knew it would turn out like this.
もう疲れた。ずっと休んでないんだ。だからもういいよ。
I can't take this anymore. I'm so tired. Enough already. I give up. A burning numbness spreads through my cheek. Thanks for, lighting up the screen, Mayuri. Getting worried why it was so dark. Obviously that was, meant to convey his mental state of somewhat. Mayuri hit me.
何を
What? He's never done anything like this before. The shock is enough to bring me to my senses. Mayuri looks at me with tears streaming down her cheeks. Her small body gently embraces mine, though I'm still covered in Kurisu's blood.
オカリンは途中で諦める人じゃないよ。
Okarin, you're not a quitter.
マユシーは知ってるもん。いつもね、絶対に最後まで諦めたりしない。
Mayushi knows. You never ever give up. Not until the very end.
覚えてる？マユシーがおばあちゃんのお墓の前で 日助けてって心の中でつぶやいていた時、
Remember? Every day, Mayushi prayed for help in front of Granny's grave.
オカリンも毎日マユシーに会いに来てくれたよね。
And every day, you came to see me.
雨の日も雪の日も諦めずにマユシーの横に来て、マユシーの名前ずっと呼び続けてくれたよね。
Even on rainy days and snowy days, you always stood by Mayushi's side and called my name.
マユシーはね、オカリンが最後までそばにいてくれたから、おばあちゃんとしっかりお別れすることができたんだよ。
Because you were always there for Mayushi, I was finally able to say goodbye to Granny.
だからオカリン、マユシーはよくわからないけど諦めちゃダメだよ。
Mayushi doesn't really understand what's going on. Don't give up now, okay?
元気出してほしいよ。
Mayushi doesn't want to see you sad. Mayuri's gentle warmth envelops me. I cling to that warmth, but it's not enough to heal my heart.
でも俺が殺してしまったんだ。
But I killed her. The person most precious to me, who I wanted so desperately to save.
俺が殺した。
I killed her.
オカリン、
I can still feel the knife in my hand. I can still feel her fading heartbeat. I look at my hands over Mayuri's shoulder. They're red with blood, Kurisu's blood. Shaking won't stop. Tears fall, washing away the blood. Guilt and despair are tearing my soul apart. If Suzuha hadn't taken the knife, I'd have slit my own throat in that very spot. This reality has too much to bear. But I realize that this is my retribution, my just punishment for taking the godlike power of time travel and using it to distort the past. Kurisu can't be saved. That has been proven beyond a doubt. At the very least, I can't save her. Not even with Mayuri's encouragement.
無駄なんだ。
There's nothing I can do.
無駄じゃないよ。
You're wrong. Suzuha speaks, her voice full of conviction. And immediately afterward, I hear a familiar melody, my male ringtone. Mayuri takes my phone out of her pocket. She's been looking after it.
オカリン、メールが。
Ocarine, you've got a mail. Okay, what's this gonna be? Mayuri gently puts my phone into my hand. I don't have the energy to check my mail, but for some reason, Suzuha gestures for me to look at it. Aha, so I reluctantly open my inbox. It looks similar, no attachment, but it's the same address. So this is what I, at the very beginning of this episode, I just asked, are we going to get this explained? And it looks like we are. Turn on the TV. I mean, I think in the past, we've speculated, or I speculated, that this could be a D-mail or something like that. Except I think the date, that's today, right? 21st? I think that's the current date. And the other one was 7/31 or something. Which was, that was the beginning of the story. And if it were a D-mail, it's supposed to say from the future. So maybe not. Okay, turn on the TV. What? Turn on the TV. That's all it says. The sender is unfamiliar. Is this a prank? Spam? I'm bewildered. I don't know who sent this. But then I happen to glance at the send time and the shock is like a lightning bolt to the brain. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. The date it was sent. August 21st, 2025. Where do you see the year? I only see 821.
2020
So it is a D-mail. But how, oh, come on. That's not fair. I'm not allowed to see the year? Okay. I guess that would make it too obvious that it was a D-mail, but... So 15 years in the future? Okay, 2025. No, is this? It doesn't even occur to me to wonder if my phone has malfunctioned. After all, I know this phenomenon.
D-mail!
A D-mail. I look up at Suzuha. She sees my confusion and looks at my phone.
聞いた通りだ。本当に届いた。
It actually came through, just like he said it would. Judging by her surprise, I guess she doesn't know much. Suzuha leapt from 2036. That's 11 years after this D-mail was sent. Does that mean it's not related to her?
テレビってどういうことなのかな?
Well, it may not be directly related to her, but clearly she knows about it. What does it mean?
見ろって書いてあるじゃん。何かを伝えたいんだよ。
There must be something on. Something you need to see.
おい、買ってきたおー。
Hey guys, I brought the stuff. Daru comes back with a convenience store bag, right on time. Fortunately, my phone has TV reception, really? Is that a thing? I know, these days, in the year of our Lord 2023, and for quite a while before then, you know, we've had smartphones and you can live stream and things like that, but 2010 TV reception? I mean, I could just, you know, be unaware. I freely admit that. But that seems weird to me, to have TV on a flip phone. Huh, that's an interesting idea. As soon as I switch it on, I see a news reporter standing in some foreign airport. There's a jumbo jet in the background. Looking closer, I can see burns near the plane's tail. The caption says, "Fire on Russian airlines."
成田発モスクワ行きのロシアン航空801便が飛行中に火災事故を起こしたとロシア当局から発表がありました。
Russian authorities announced today that a fire broke out on a Russian Airlines flight 801 en route from Narita to Moscow.
ロシアン航空801便は日本時間11時5分に成田空港を出発しましたが、モスクワへの到着直前になって貨物室から火災が発生。
The flight departed Narita Airport at 11:05 Japan time, but a fire broke out in the cargo hold shortly before arrival.
ドモジェドボ国際空港に緊急着陸し、速やかに乗客の避難が行われました。この事故での死傷者はありません。
The flight made an emergency landing at Domodedovo International Airport, where the passengers were evacuated. No one was injured.
事故を起こしたロシアン航空801便にはロシアへの亡命を表明していた日本の
One of the passengers on Flight 801 was a Japanese physicist who had declared his intention to seek asylum in Russia. The Nakabachi. The screen changes, and the camera cuts to what appears to be the airport lobby. A man is standing there surrounded by reporters. When I see his face, My breath catches in my throat.
ドクター中鉢。
ドクター中鉢氏こと牧瀬正一さんが乗っており、先ほど現地にて報道陣に向けてコメントしました。
Dr. Nakabachi, real name Makise Shoichi, made these comments to the press earlier today. That's interesting. Okay, so, I would have thought it would be something like, you know, maybe Makise was, Krisu's, or Krisu's mother's maiden name, or something. But no, I guess Nakabachi changed his name, or at least Nakabachi is, I don't know, what would it be? A pen name? An alias? Why would, okay. Seems kind of strange, but alright. Dr. Nakabachi, real name Makise Shoichi, made these comments to the press earlier today. I still haven't recovered from the shock of murdering Krisu. The images on the screen seem like they're from something from a dream. Did they say Nakabachi sought asylum in Russia? I didn't think people still did that in this day and age. I mean, all you need is a passport to travel to Russia.
無事にこの素晴らしきロシアに亡命することができて実に喜ばしい限りだ。私を受け入れてくれたロシア政府には深く感謝している。
I didn't think people still did that in this day and age. Seek asylum? Huh. Maybe it's because he's young, or maybe this is something from a Japanese perspective. But I mean, yeah, people seek asylum for many reasons all the time all over the world, right? Okay. I am delighted to have arrived safely in this wonderful country. My deepest gratitude to the Russian government for accepting me. What happened on the plane? Read the subtitles at the bottom of the screen. I believe that's called the Chiron. Or no, maybe... Or is that the text that goes across the screen? I can't remember.
機内が焦げ臭かったが、私は全く冷静だったよ。一部の乗客が騒いでいたが、私が一括してやるとおとなしくなった。
When the cabin filled with smoke, I remained perfectly calm. Some passengers panicked, but they settled down after I gave them a talking to. Nakabachi responds confidently. He certainly doesn't look like a man who could strangle his own daughter.
無事着陸させた機長には賛辞を送りたいね。彼はこの私と私が書いた人類史に残る論文を救ったという意味でまさに英雄だよ。
My compliments to the pilot for his safe landing. He's a hero, for he saved not only my life, but my historic thesis as well. The subtitles changed to, "Is that thesis related to your request for asylum?" Nakabachi nods theatrically.
いかにも。もしこの論文が失われたら、人類科学の発展は100年の遅れを見ることになっただろう。
Indeed, if this thesis had been lost, it would have set scientific progress back a century.
未来の人類のあり方を決定づけるほどに重大な論文なのだよ、これは。
This thesis will change the course of human history. What is your thesis about?
人類史上初のタイムトラベル実現に関する論文だ。わかるかね？タイムトラベルだよ。この私、ドクター中鉢がその発明に世界で初めて成功したのだ。
This thesis describes the first practical theory of time travel. You understand? Time travel. I, Dr. Nakabachi, have succeeded where countless others have failed. Nakabachi's tone quickly grows feverish. Now he's talking directly to the camera. Moreover, he's not talking about the accident at all. He's just promoting his research. He presents something to the camera. It's the envelope, the one Karisu gave him.
この中だ。この中に私がまとめた人類の夢が詰まっておる。近いうちに学会 は驚愕し、やがて私を称えることになるだろう。
This envelope contains the future of mankind. Soon all of our dreams shall be realized. When I present this thesis to the scientific community, the world will change forever, and I will be known as the father of the time machine. I have no right to condemn Nakabachi for his actions, not when it was my hand that took Kurisu's life. But at the same time, I can't stop myself from recalling the words Kurisu spoke. That hurt, betrayed tone that triggered Nakabachi's violence.
私の論文盗むの？そんなことだけはしない人だって思っていたのに。
You're stealing my work? I didn't think even you would do something like... Do those words not echo in his ears too? How can he stand there and present his murdered daughter's work as if it were his own, and look so proud of himself while doing it? I hear my teeth grinding in my head.
もともとこの封筒はスーツケースに入れて貨物室に預ける予定だった。実際そうしていたら、論文は貨物室で焼け焦げ、人類の夢はそこで終わってしまっただろうな。
Originally, this envelope was in my checked baggage. If it had stayed there, then it would have burned up in the cargo hold, and humanity's dreams along with it.
しかし、まるで神が私に世界にドクター中鉢の偉大さを知らしめようと言わんばかりに、こんな運命のいたずらを起こした。
However, fate intervened on my behalf, as if God himself had decreed that my greatness should be known across the world. Nakabachi thrust his open hand at the camera.
その神による技がこれだ。これが封筒に入っていたおかげで荷物を預ける際に金属探知機に引っかかってしまってな。
Behold the vessel of God's grace. Because this was inside the envelope, it set off the metal detector.
私は封筒だけをスーツケースから出して機内に持ち込んだのだ。
As a result, I had to take the envelope with me on the plane.
先ほど機長は英雄だと言ったが、人類の夢を守った真の英雄はこの小さな人形であるとも言えよ。
The pilot is a hero, yes, but the true hero, the savior of humanity's future, is this tiny figurine. Sitting in the No. No, you don't. No, it's not. It's not what I think it is. No, it can't be. It can't be. Sitting in the palm of his hand is a lump of silvery metal barely 5 centimeters tall. Don't say it. No. Mayuri points at the screen. I look closer. That lump of metal in Nakabachi's hand. It's not just any lump of metal.
あの時なくしたメタルほらほら見て、マユシーのサインが入ってる。
I knew it. I knew it. I can't remember if I said this in a previous episode or I think I may have mentioned it. I think it was in one of the comment sections on one of the previous episodes. Or was it on Discord? I can't remember, but at one point we were talking about remaining mysteries. And I said, I typed out somewhat facetiously that the UPA is the key to everything. Because it was, it was one of the things I was thinking, well, we never found it. Why did they bring attention to it? I was right. The UPA is the key to everything. Okay. So wait, how did he get it? Why did he get it? She lost it. He ran away with the envelope. What? Why? You know, Nakabachi, you may be a guy who steals research, tries to kill his own daughter, runs away laughing. But worse than all of that is you are an Upa thief, and you caused Mayushi great emotional pain, and for that's truly unforgivable, I must say. That's my metal Upa. Look, see there? It has Mayushi's name on it. Upa is a mascot character from a popular card game run at Axis Battlers. Oh, you don't need to tell me. You don't need to remind me, story. I know what it is. You can see Upa merchandise everywhere in Akihabara, from capsule toys to phone straps and other accessories. But of all Upa merchandise, the most rare is the metal Upa. The very same metal Upa that Nakabachi is presenting to the camera. Near the bottom of the metal Upa, I can see the cute letters written in bright red magic marker. The letters read, Mayushi's.
マジだ。なんでそれをドクター中鉢が
Oh, you're right. What's he doing with it?
あの発表会の会場でね、落としちゃったの。探したけど見つからなくて諦めてたんだけど、このおじさんが持ってたんだ。
I dropped it during the presentation. I looked everywhere but couldn't find it. So that's where it went.
ロシアじゃ返してもらいに行けないよ。
I can't get it back if it's all the way in Russia. I stare at the screen in disbelief. My body is shaking, goosebumps break out over every inch of flesh. I know what this is.
バタフライエフェクト
Butterfly effect. 3 weeks ago, Mayuri dropped her metal Upa in the assembly hall of Radikan. That tiny figure, a mere child's toy, went on to decide the fate of mankind. It rescued the Nakabachi paper from the fire. And in so doing, laid the foundation of World War III.
鈴葉お前はこれを知っていたのか
Suzuha, did you know about this? Suzuha answers with a look of apology.
さっきの2025年からの D メールは誰が送ってきたんだ
Who sent that D-mail from 2025? Whoever it was clearly meant for us to see the news about Dr. Nakabachi.
ごめん。
Sorry. Sorry? About what? What is she apologizing for? Oh, is part of the reason why we never planned anything out is because this was all a part of the plan? The plan wasn't to plan? Maybe Suzuha was just moving things along? Was that what that is? That would be quite something.
ちゃんと説明しなくてごめん。
Sorry for not telling you everything.
でもさ、どうしてもオカリンおじさんには一度
Okay.
マキセ・クリスの命を救うのを失敗してもらわなくちゃいけなかったんだ。
Well, that's really cruel and awful, but we needed you to fail once. You had to experience Makise Krisu's death firsthand. That sucks and is very awful, but it does explain why they didn't make any plans. So okay. Alright, you've answered my question. I got it. What?
俺を騙したのか
You tricked me?
騙したわけじゃない。段取りとして必要なことらしいの。そう指示された。
Not exactly. It was part of the plan. At least, that's what I was told. Told? By whom?
オカリンおじさんに辛い思いさせちゃったことは謝る。
Sorry for making you go through that, Uncle.
どういうことか説明しろ
Tell me what's going on.
その必要はないよ。
See for yourself. Suzuha points it to the phone in my hand.
聞けばわかる。
Then you'll understand.
聞くって 何を
What are you talking about?
その携帯にもうすでに入ってるはずだよ。
The message should already be in your phone.
2025年のオカリンおじさん自身からの伝言が。
The message you sent from 2025.
え
What?
ムービーメール。
A video mail.
その携帯に受信してるよね。
You received one, didn't you?
は
I mean, yeah, but it was all static. She's right. When was that again? July 28th, right after I met Krisu for the first time. Just as I was about to contact Mayuri, I receive a strange, mysterious video mail from an address I've never seen before. Is that what she's talking about?
だが何も映っていなかった。ノイズしか入っていなかった。
But there was nothing in it, just static.
今なら
Try again. Suzuha grins.
マキセ・クリスの命を救うのに一度失敗した今なら
If you try now after failing to save Makuse Kurisu's life,
見ることができるはずだよ。
you should be able to see it. What does that mean? Okay, are you kidding me? Is that even possible? Yeah, I don't understand either. What? I'm not convinced, but I checked my phone anyway just to be sure. Are you saying the video updates after going through that? Or are you saying... That's one interpretation. The other interpretation that I find more far-fetched. Okay, you know what? Let's just see it. Let's just see it. And there I find a saved video mail. When I check the sender's address, I realize that it's from the same address as the D-mail just now. So they're from the same person. And this person is me in 15 years? 15 years. 2025. The year I die, according to Suzuha. I sent this message on the eve of my death. A message to myself in 2010. Suzuha said that there was a plan to reach Steins Gate. Could that plan be in this video? Mayuri and Daru peek over my shoulders. Take a deep breath and press play with a trembling finger. Nothing appears on the screen but static. Nothing has changed after all. There's no hidden message or anything. Static suddenly dissolves, revealing the silhouette of a man. It looks like the video was shot somewhere dark. I can't see the man's face. Unkempt hair, a lab coat, that's all I can make out.
この人が15年後のオカリンなん？
Is that you in 15 years?
きっとそうだよ。あのね、なんとなくオカリンに似てる気がするもん。
It has to be. Something about him just says Ocarine. Really? Is this guy really me? My phone's tiny screen has become a window into the future. I can't believe I'm about to hear a message from myself.
メールは受け取ったか？テレビニュースを見るんだ。すでに見たならば、このまま聞いてくれ。
Did you get my email? Then go watch the news. If you already have, then keep listening. So that last mail was from him. From me. Doesn't feel real.
はじめまして。だな。15年前の俺。
Greetings. It's been 15 years, I suppose you could say.
15年後のオカリン、声が渋くなってるよ。
Wow. Your voice is so deep and cool.
俺は2025年からこうしてムービーメールを送っている。原理については D メールと同じだ。
The year is 2025. I'm sending this video by a process similar to D-mail.
お前はこのベータ世界線到達とともに電話レンジカッコ仮を破棄した。そうだな。しかし俺はお前は1年もしないうちに 再びタイムトラベル理論と向き合うことになる。
You dismantled the phone wave. So did I. But not 1 year later, I, which is to say you, turned back to time travel as my last hope.
向き合ってもう14年。それが俺というわけだ。
I've spent 14 years researching time travel.
その過程で36バイト以上の容量を送信可能な D メール送信装置も作ることに成功した。
Along the way, I managed to design a D-mail transmitter that wasn't bound by the 36-byte limit.
このムービーメールを聞いているということは、お前はクリスを救うことに失敗したということだな。
The fact that you're watching this means that you failed to save Kurisu.
さぞ辛かっただろう。お前の気持ちはよくわかる。なぜなら俺は15年後のお前なんだからな。
It hurts, doesn't it? I know how you feel. After all, I went through it myself 15 years ago.
そうだ。俺も失敗した。
That's right. I failed too.
失敗したまま15年が過ぎたよ。
I've lived with that failure for 15 years.
なぜお前にあえて失敗させたかわかるか？
Do you understand why you had to fail?
必要なことだった。その失敗後の15年間、俺に執念を与えてもらうためにな。
It was necessary. Necessary to instill this obsession within me for the following 15 years.
お前はクリスを助けようとして失敗した。お前自身がクリスを殺した。
You failed to save Kurisu. You killed her with your own two hands.
その悔しさ、その罪悪感が2025年にこの計画を完成させた俺へとつながったのだ。
Your guilt and your self-loathing are what led to me completing this plan in 2025.
その執念があったからこそ、俺はこのムービーメールをお前へと届けることができたんだ。
And it's because of that obsession that I was able to deliver this message to you.
知っての通り、世界はアトラクタフィールドにより収束を起こす。
As you know, this world line is subject to attractor field convergence.
普通にタイムトラベルするだけではクリスを助けることはできない。
Time travel alone cannot save Kurisu.
だからあえて一度失敗することでこうして因果を作った。下ごしらえのようなものだ。
That is why you had to fail. To create the chain of causality that linked you to me.
お前が失敗してくれたおかげでこの15年俺はひたすら研究に明け暮れた。
Because you failed, I spent the last 15 years researching time travel.
ドクター中鉢が世界にタイムトラベルの論争をもたらし、世界中が戦争への道にひた走る中で、俺は地下に潜って独自にタイムトラベルの研究を続けた。
As the revelations Nakabachi unleashed sped the world toward nuclear war, I survived underground, continuing my research in secret.
鈴葉が使っているタイムマシンは俺とダルの研究の賜物だが、その基礎理論はセルンが構築し、
Suzuha's time machine is the result. Although the finishing touches were Daru's and mine, its design was based on the theory that CERN first developed.
お前がなかったことにしてきた世界線においてマキセ・クリスが発展させたものだ。
And that Kurisu improved on the world line you undid.
型式は C204 型。 C とはクリスティーナの頭文字だ。それが意味するところは理解してもらえると思う。
Its model number is C204. C is for Christina. I believe you understand what that signifies.
とにかく因果は成立した。計画の最終段階について話そう。
Now that the causal link has been established, allow me to explain the final stage of the plan.
ダイバージェンスを変え 未知の世界線シュタインズゲートへ到達する計画だ。
The purpose of this plan is to change divergence and reach the unknown world line called Steins Gate.
ちなみにシュタインズゲートと命名したのは俺だ。なぜシュタインズゲートなのかはお前ならわかるはず。
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Okabe. By the way, I'm the one who named it Steins Gate. You, of all people, know why I chose that name.
特に意味はない。そうだろ。
It doesn't really mean anything. Is that right? Isn't
そ
that
の
right?
シュタインズゲートへ到達するのに必要な条件は2点ある。
There are two conditions you must meet to reach Steins Gate.
一つ、マキセ・クリスの命を救うこと。
First, you must save Makise Kurisu.
一つ、ドクター中鉢がロシアに持ち込んだ中鉢論文をこの世から葬り去ること。
Second, you must consign the Nakabachi paper to oblivion. It mustn't ever fall into Russia's hands.
だが、その過去を変えようとしても無駄だった。お前は今、そう思ったはずだ。世界は収束してしまう。その力が過去改変を許してくれなかった。そうだな。
I know what you're thinking. Convergence won't let you change the past. No matter what you do, Kurisu will die.
だが、方法が間違っているだけだ。
But rest assured, there is a way.
お前はクリスを助けることができる。
You can save Kurisu.
いいか、よく聞くんだ。
Listen carefully.
あの日、7月28日、最初のお前は何も知らずにドクター中鉢の発表会に来ていたはずだ。
On July 28th, the first you went to Nakabachi's presentation blissfully unaware of what was about to happen.
その最初のお前自身が見たことをなかったことにしてはならない。
You must not change what the first you saw.
それは確定した過去であり、世界線が収束した結果だから。
Those events have been established. They are the result upon which this world line converges.
だが、
However,
騙すことはできる。
there is room for deception.
どういうことだと言いたいのだろう。そう焦るな。これから説明する。
You don't understand, I know. Calm down, I'll explain.
騙す相手はお前自身だ。
You are going to deceive yourself.
最初のお前は血まみれで倒れているマキセ・クリスを目撃している。
The first you saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood.
それを見ていなければこれまでのお前、さらにはこれまでの俺のあらゆる行動がタイムパラドックスとなることはわかるか。
If you were to change that fact, it would render everything that you have done since, as well as everything I have done, a time paradox. Yeah, so we're gonna have to. It's what I said previously. We have to make it. We have to make it a trick. We have to make it seem like she died, but not really. Yeah, this is what I thought could be the case until it was revealed it was a true murder. But it looks like now we're gonna go and try and do what I thought it was before. So yeah.
クリスの死を目撃したお前が D メールを送ったことで、それはエシュロンに捕らえられてセルンの知るところとなった。
After finding Chris's body, you sent a D-mail which was intercepted by Echelon, which tipped off CERN.
アルファ世界線で経験したことを思い出せ。
Recall your experiences on the Alpha world line.
そこで起きたのはマユリの死だけではないはずだ。
You saw more than just Mayuri's death.
お前は生きているクリスと再会した。彼女を無理やりラボ面に迎え、共にタイムリープマシンを作った。
You saw Kurisu alive and well. You made her a lab member despite her protests, and together you built the time leap machine.
わずか3週間だったが、お前はマキセ・クリスという一人の人間と共に過ごしたんだ。
It's only 3 weeks, but she was there, by your side.
今そこにいるお前は、今ここにいる俺は、7月28日にクリスが死んだ。このベータ世界線だけで生きてきた岡部倫太郎ではない。
Those memories are yours, and at the same time, they are mine. They are the proof that we did not only live on the Beta World line where Kurisu died on July 28th.
お前の記憶には
You traveled to the Alpha World line.
アルファ世界線へ行き、
You met Kurisu, spending your days with her.
クリスと共に生き、
You sacrificed the dreams of those closest to you.
マユリを救うために多くの思いを犠牲にして、
But still, you fought to give Mayuri a future.
それでももがき続けた3週間の経験が存在しているはずだ。
That for 3 weeks you fought, and now those memories are part of you.
血まみれでラジガンの暗い通路に倒れているクリスの姿を見なければ、
If you had not seen Kurisu's body in the hallway of Radikan,
お前は誰に D メールを送ることもなかったし、それがエシロンに捉えられ
yes,
るこ
yes,
と
I
もな
get
か
it.
った。
I get it. I get it. Okay, you would not have sent Daru that first email, and Echelon would not have intercepted it.
その後、クリスに再会した時、お前が妙なことを口走ることもなく、
When you encountered Kurisu later, you would have not been shocked to see her alive. Yes, I understand.
クリスがお前に興味を抱くこともなかった。
You would not have spoken the words that led her to your doorstep.
そして
Without those memories,
今そこに立つお前がタイムトラベルしてでもクリスを助けたいと思うこともなかったんだ。
you would not be willing to travel through time to save her. Yes, I understand. Okay, maybe he needs to say this for Okabe's sake, but I get it. Can't change that part of the equation. Understood.
2025年の俺がシュタインズゲートに到達するための計画を立てることもなく、
I would not have spent my life searching for a path to Steins Gate. Understood.
2025年の俺がこうしてお前にムービーメールを送ることもなく、
I would not have recorded this message.
ダルと共に2036年までにタイムマシンを完成させることもなく、
Daru and I would not have completed the time machine.
鈴葉がタイムマシンでお前の元へ現れることもなかった。
Uza would not be standing beside you now.
お前が経験したわずか3週間の世界線漂流を否定してはいけない。
You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. Why are you making it seem like this is going to be a choice? I get it. I understand.
なかったことにしてはいけない。
You must not undo the past. Okay.
いくつもの世界線を旅してきたからこそ、クリスを助けたいと強く願うお前がそこにいる。
Okay, there you stand. You are right there. The traveling through innumerable world lines. Those 3 weeks made you who you are, a man who would do anything to fulfill his wish to save Kurisu. I think this is supposed to be like pumping us up and really like getting us excited, but sorry, it's not doing it for me right now. Okay.
クリスを助けたいと願い、その後の人生すべてをタイムマシン開発に捧げた2025年の俺がいる。
Here I am. Or excuse me, here I stand. I am right here, spending my entire life until 2025 developing the time machine. Those years made me who I am, a man who was given everything to achieve my wish to save Kurisu.
お前が立っているその場所は、俺たちがクリスを助けたいと願ったからこそ到達できた瞬間なんだ。
We reached the moment that you're in right now because we both wish to save Kurisu.
世界線のどれか一つでも移動しなかった俺では、その瞬間へは到達できなかったんだ。
The man you were trying to create, a man with none of those memories to drive him, could never stand where you are now.
すべて意味があったことなんだよ。
It all meant something.
俺の計画の下準備は完了した。あとはお前次第だ。
My preparations are complete, the rest is up to you.
最終ミッション。オペレーションスクルドの概要を説明する。
Final phase of Operation Scold will now commence. Scold is the youngest of the 3 Norns, the goddesses of fate in Norse mythology, the 3 sisters tend to the world tree, Yggdrasil, which have roots in Urd's fountain. Scold, specifically, is the Norn of the future and also a Valkyrie.
確定した過去を変えずに結果を変えろ。
I think this is new music, so I like that. Should I call it here? I'm really running up on time right now. Okay, obviously that whole speech there was to set a tone, and I think it was supposed to pump me up and make me excited. I'm not sure I'm in the right frame of mind at the moment to get that. So I'm gonna call it here, I think. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I just don't think... Okay. Yeah, and it's not necessarily the story's fault. It's more... Okay, you know, we'll talk about this next time. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk next time. Okay. I've been The Worm, this has been Steins Gate. I hope you're all doing alright, and I'll see ya next time for more of this. Alrighty, have a good one.